Apple announced the biggest design overhaul for all its platforms at the WWDC 2025 Developer Conference. The iPhone OS is getting the major update after almost 12 years, the last one being iOS 7 in 2013, and it introduced features like flat icon, the control center, and much more. This year, Apple is taking a leap further, which will set course for the next decade, not just for iPhones but the entire product ecosystem, which includes the current devices and also the devices that will be launched in the future. To begin with, Apple is unifying its platform naming with the year we are going into, just like automakers do. So, the iPhone OS is jumping directly from iOS 18 to iOS 26. Similarly, you will have watchOS 26, tvOS 26, macOS 26, visionOS 26, and finally iPadOS 26. The iOS 26 developer beta is already out for those who want to test it, and we have already installed it on our iPhone 16 Pro. And here is a quick look at everything that's new and different and that's coming to your iPhones soon. The big headline with iOS 26 is its new design language, which Apple is calling Liquid Glass. The entire UI revolves around the properties of semi-transparent glass and liquid, which dynamically responds to touch and movements. Basically, everything from app folders to control center and notification center, the entire interface is now semi-transparent like a frosted glass. You can even change the app icons by tapping and holding on the home screen, then clicking on edit on the top left and then on customize. Here, you can choose clear and then choose between light and dark themes. We went with the light theme, and besides the icon, even the widgets are now semi-transparent. You can also add tint color to the app icons if you want. But it's not just about making the icons and UI elements semi-transparent. Liquid Glass interface goes beyond this. As you drag your thumb between menu items on the tab bar on apps like Phone or Apple Music, you will notice the fluidity and how it moves like a transparent water droplet. And this shows Apple's attention to detail in offering an intuitive experience. There are other changes too, like the elements on the bottom bar across all apps are now pill-shaped with rounded edges, and they change dynamically as you scroll. Like in the Safari app, as you scroll down, the tab bar shrinks to offer more viewing space, and as you scroll up, the tab bar comes back up. Similarly, in the Music app, the menu now floats as you scroll through the app, and you can see how the translucent glass intelligently adapts between dark and light environment and colors beneath it. The lock screen is getting an update too. You now get a dynamic clock on the lock screen which automatically adjusts depending on the wallpaper and subject in the frame. And there is one other feature too. You can now add a cool new spatial 3D effect for your photos by tapping on the icon here. It works well when the subject and background has a bit of depth. Next, let's move to the camera app. Apple has now simplified the camera app with a clean interface. At the bottom, it will now show only two of the most used options, that is, photos and videos. You can then swipe left or right to reveal more options. Apple has added new gestures too. You can now swipe up beside the camera shutter button to reveal settings like timer, aspect ratio, styles, exposure, and more. On the top left, you have options to choose the file format and resolution. In case of video mode, you can also choose between frame rate for video and NTSC or PAL formats too. There is one bonus feature too. In the Photos app, you now get a separate button called Spatial Scene, which can convert any photo into a 3D spatial one, like this. This is one of the most requested features by users. Apple has now added battery intelligence to iOS 26. Now, when you go to Settings and Battery, you will now be able to see the charging stats. These stats include when it was last charged and to what percentage. And now, when you connect a charger, it will also show you how much time it will take to charge to 80% and then to 100%. Very informative. And this also shows up on the lock screen as well. Next, let's talk about the messaging app. Apple has now added the ability to add chat backgrounds to enhance and personalize your messaging experience. You can add background by tapping on the contact's name on the top, then tap on background. You can choose your own photos from the gallery. You can go with the default ones from iOS 26, or you can also generate one using Image Playground. In group messages, you can now add polls in the conversation and it can adjust automatically based on the number of votes each option is getting. In group chats, you will now be able to see the typing indicators with the person's logo when someone is typing. Messages app also gets automatic live translation, which is a part of Apple Intelligence update. So, any message that you get in a different language will be translated in English or any other language of your choice, provided those languages are supported. FaceTime also gets live transcription option where it can now auto-generate captions, transcribe, and even translate from a different language. So, no more language barriers when communicating with your foreign colleagues. Apple has also revamped the phone app and added new features. It now shows your pinned favorites on the top. And at the bottom bar, you have the favorites, recent calls. But it's not just about the redesign. Apple has also added two new meaningful features to make our lives easier. Let's see how. First one is call screening for unsaved numbers. So, when you get a call from an unknown number, it will ask the person for the name and purpose of calling.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
It will then ring and show you the notification. So you can either accept, decline, or respond with a text message.
Thanks, Sudesh. Please stay on the line. He said, I'll call you later. You can leave a message after the tone.
Sure. The second feature is Hold Assist, and it will come in handy when calling the customer care and you are put on a long hold.
The person you are speaking with has put your call on hold. Please stay on the line.
In this case, you can simply activate the Hold Assist by tapping on the three dots at the bottom left and clicking on Hold Assist. And once the person is back on the line, you will be notified about the same. Besides, the phone app can also record the voice conversation and automatically generate a transcript of the conversation once the call is done. Visual intelligence has been updated with new features too. In addition to clicking photos from the camera and asking questions or searching online, you can now highlight the object and do a visual search, similar to what you do on Android phones with Google's Circle to Search. Another new feature is where visual intelligence now works on screenshots too, where you can highlight to search, extract numbers, and much more. One example here is a poster from an upcoming comedy show. Visual intelligence can intelligently understand the context and give you an option to add to the calendar. And this includes all the data like the show name, time, location. Talking about Apple Intelligence, Genmoji and Image Playgrounds are updated with some minor features as well. Genmoji now gets new updates where you can combine 2 or 3 emojis to create a new one. And when it comes to Image Playground, it now gets new styles from ChatGPT, including print, anime, watercolor, vector, and oil painting. There is one small catch though. While you can generate most of the images offline, for the ChatGPT styles, an internet connection is required. The music app has also been revamped with a new look and feel, and it gets nifty little features too. The new look includes a translucent tab bar at the bottom, and the now playing bar is now compact. In the library tab, you can now pin up to 6 playlists or album or artist for quick access. Apple Music also allows you to create folders for the playlist. Apple has also added a new mic icon which allows you to use the iPhone as a mic for karaoke sessions, and you can sing along when using it with Apple TV. There is also a new option where you can translate the lyrics from one language to the other. On the lock screen, when playing music, you can tap on the album artwork to expand and tap back to minimize it again. It looks cool. Finally, CarPlay is also getting a biggest update with iOS 26. And as per our Counterpoint Research data, 76% of cars sold in 2024 were CarPlay capable. And it is good to see Apple adding meaningful features to enhance the driving experience. To begin with, it gets the liquid glass interface on the home screen and clear icons in both light and dark. And this is how the new translucent icons look like. Apple has also added widgets on the -1 screen to help users stay on top of things, from stock updates to time to weather, reminders, and much more. There are a lot of widgets that you can add over there. There is also a new live activity widget which will display tracking of your orders, any flight that you are tracking, sports scores, and much more. There is also a new voice command feature that uses your iPhone's microphone to control and navigate through the menu. You can activate it from the settings and accessibility, and then you can say something like swipe up, swipe down, swipe left, go home, open Google Maps, go home, and much more. So that was our first look at iOS 26 developer beta. The public beta will be available sometime next month in July, and the final version will be out sometime in September along with the new iPhone 17 series. As this is a beta version, there are some glitches here and there, and a lot of users are reporting readability issues too. A lot of this depends on the background wallpapers and the theme you choose, and how the UI adapts to different colors, light and dark. But these issues are likely to get addressed when the final build arrives in September, we hope. If you like this video, do give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And do let us know about your thoughts on liquid glass design, the iOS 26 new features, and much more in the comment section below. And I'll see you in the next one.